to another exciting video. All right. Today I'm not fishing, unfortunately. Today I'll be showing you how to make a trace. Okay, specifically a Rietvlei trace. So I was in town the other day and I met a guy that follows me on TikTok, and he says, "Hey, can you please show me how to make a trace? The trace he was using." He doesn't know the name of it. He always just buys it from the shop when he goes for fishing. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a trace today, a Rietvlei trace. And I'm going to show you the stuff that we're going to need today. All right, so the items you're going to need today, all right, is going to be your shaft line. Okay, this is your shaft line by Double X. Here's it, guys, Double X Extreme Abrasion. Okay, I know it says it's 10 pound here, but it's not 10 pound. This line is not 10 pound. This is 24 pound. The spool of the 24 pound line broke, so I transferred all the line onto this empty spool. Okay, so 24 pound Double X Extreme Abrasion. Okay, the next line you're going to need is Double X Extreme Abrasion, the 10 pound. Okay, I advise you to use the 7 pound line for your hook line. Okay, but unfortunately mine is finished, so the next best line that I use is 10 pound. Okay, do not go anything heavier than that. Anything past 10 pound, it's a big no, guys. Reason being is when your bait goes in the water and it's going to be sitting at the bottom, it's not going to float one bit. It's going to sink to the bottom completely, and you're not going to catch a lot of fish with it. You might not even catch any fish with it. Okay, so please don't make that mistake and go and put heavier line on it. Okay, the hook line must be 7 pound, 10 pound. 5 pound the lowest you can go onto it. All right, but I don't advise it. Okay, just the 7 pound and the 10 pound is quite good. It'll do suffice for you. All right, the next items on the list that you're going to need, all right, is 2 hooks. All right, here's it here. All right, 2 hooks, size number 3. Okay, you're gonna need that, and then you're gonna need 2 two-way swivels. Okay, here's it here. The next item you're gonna need is a link. Okay, it is this small piece of plastic. When you go to your fishing shops, ask them for a link. If you do not remember the name, just check on this video and show them this, and they will give it to you. All right, and then you will buy it from there. Okay, the next items you're gonna need is your beads. Okay, so it's a small bead for your information. All right, don't say you got it from me. If you got a wife or girlfriend or a sister and they got a box and they do arts and crafts, meaning bracelets and bangles, and they've got these beads in their box, go and raid their box and get it from there. All right, that's what I do. All right, just for your information, but don't tell anyone. Okay. Yeah, just get those beads from there. If you do not have a sister who does arts and crafts, so go and buy the beads, guys. It is cheap, it's not expensive, but you're going to need the beads. If you don't, it's not a train smash, you can still use it, but your trace is just going to get worn out a bit quicker, okay, on the knots. All right, the next thing you're going to need as well is a weight. Okay, this is a pair weight. Okay, I can't remember what size it is. I lost the packet and the size and the weight of it, I lost it. But anyway, this is a pair weight. All right, I'm going to show you how to put it on there as well. Okay, so what we're going to do first, guys, we're going to take your shaft line, the 24 pound. We're going to make a loop. Okay, but we need to measure this out. The ideal length for this will be around 20 centimeters. Okay, now before you eat my head off on this, right, reason why I'm saying 20 centimeters, when you're going to tie your knot, it's going to take up some line. Okay, so please just make it 20 centimeters and cut it. All right, reason being is I'm going to show you why. Once you tie your knot, it's going to consume a lot of line towards the knot end, and then you're going to be left with a very short line afterwards. Right, 20 centimeters or 25, it will suffice. Okay, take your scissors and cut it. All right, and we're done. So here's it here. What you're going to do now is you're going to make a loop. Okay, do you see now what I was saying? Your line is getting taken up now because of the loop. You see? Okay, you're going to make another loop around your finger, and this loop here is going to go through this hole that we just made. All right, so we're going to go around that twice. Okay, this is going to be your clip on part for your trace. Okay, so you see we've gone through it there twice. Okay, please wet your knot before you pull it. Okay, just use a little bit of saliva. It's fine if you got a bowl of water, just dunk it inside. Okay, and you're gonna pull it. Okay, and boom, there we go. Okay, do you see? That's how we got it going. Do you see now why I said make it a bit longer? Became a bit short. Okay, so what you do is now take your tag end that's left. This is your tag end of the loop. Do you see that little piece of excess gut line that's there? You're gonna cut it. All right. Okay, and it's gonna look like that. Next step now, guys. Okay, we've done that. You're gonna take your bead. Okay, you take one bead. You're gonna thread it through, and it's gonna go down through your knot here. Okay, from this end. Okay, the next step is your swivel, your two-way swivel. Take one, and you're gonna put it down on there. Okay, it's gone down. The next step, another bead. You're gonna take it and put it through there as well. Again, it's gonna go down. So I'm gonna get this question. I know it. Some people are gonna question this why, and they might ask it. So why do we put the beads? So it's a very simple answer. You see this knot that we've just made? If I take out these beads and this swivel keeps going over that knot, it's going to come out. Okay, or the knot is not big enough, it's going to jam in between this knot and it's going to wear the knot down. So we don't want that. All right, this stops that whole thing from happening. Okay, so it's saving the knot and it's saving the swivel. Okay, unfortunately these swivels are a bit big. I didn't notice when I was taking them out of the box, so they're a little bit big, but it does the purpose. It's stronger. Okay, so the next step is you take your link, your blue piece of plastic here, the link. All right, and you're going to thread it to the top. Okay, boom. All right, and you're going to put it down. It's going to look like this, guys. The next step is now we are going to take another bead. All right, take another bead and we're going to put it through here. Okay, we're going to put it through this to the end here again. Another bead, and it's going to go down. It's going to sit on the link. Okay, same story here. It's saving the knot. Okay, now we're going to take our swivel and we're going to tie it to the bottom end of the shaft line. Okay, so this is a knot that I've been shown by my dad, and I've used it throughout my fishing, throughout the whole of my fishing lifestyle that I've gone on. All right, so it hasn't failed me. I've tied so many things with it and it's strong. All right, so take your line, you're gonna bend it in half, take your finger, all right, you're gonna pull the line down by the swivel. Okay, can you see that? Okay, and then now we are going to take this line, all right, and then we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. You go down there 8 times. Okay, if I counted correctly, 8 times. It's going to look like this. okay, and you can now remove your finger from there. Okay, can you see the knot? Can you see that there? Okay, so it's going to be like that. Okay, so I let go of it. I need to start it again just to show you guys how it's going to look. Okay, guys, wet this before you pull it tight. All right. Okay, you're going to use a little bit of saliva or water, as I said. So you take this tag end and you're going to push it through here. All right, through the loop. Okay, so you're going to put it through that loop that we had. Take it and pull. Okay, all right, and it is done. Okay, sorry I took it off there, my hand slipped a little bit. So yeah, it's done. Okay, can you see that? This tag end, we're gonna chop it off. Okay, so now you've tied your double X line. You cut and cut and cut. It doesn't chop off very easily. There we go. Yes, it's good line. Okay, so it's gonna look like that for now. Okay, you got your true swivels, your beads, your link, and it's there. Okay, the next we're gonna do now is we're gonna put this aside. This is your shaft line, your 24-pound shaft line you got on here. You're gonna put it aside now. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 10-pound line. Okay, here's it here. You can use this color, you can use the red, you can use the green, you can use a clear. The best advice, use the clear on this. I've just taken this because I don't have any other. I need to go buy line. All right, but it does. This is the next best line that you can use from the clear, is the neon green, neon lime, sorry. All right, so we're going to take it here. Here you're going to go about 10 centimeters, 10 to 8 centimeters. All right, and cut it. You're going to need 2 pieces of that. Okay, one is for the top hook and one is for the bottom hook. Okay, so you're going to need 2 pieces of those, and boom, put that aside now. That spool, and we're done with that. All right, so with this here now, we're going to tie the hook here with a knotless knot. Okay, so you're going to ask me, how do we do that now? I'm going to show it to you now, and where did they come with the term with a knotless knot from? So here it is. Here's your hook, here's the eye of the hook, okay, and here's your hook line. You're going to thread this line through here, okay, and you're going to make it the length of the back of the hook. Okay, so just a little bit longer, but not too much. All right, can you see there? That's how it's going to sit at the back of the hook. Okay, you can just pull it a little bit so it sits just in line with it. Okay, now we're going to take this long piece and we're going to wrap it around here 8 times, 7 to 8 times. All right, so 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we wrapped it around 8 times. We're going to take this end here now to the back of the eye, thread it through and pull. Okay, and boom, that's your knotless knot on the hook. All right, strong as hell, and yeah, it's caught me a whole lot of fish, and there we go. All right, you just pull it a little bit and then it's done. Okay, this end here now we're going to tie it on to the shaft line, to the swivels there. Okay, so we're going to do the other one as well one time, and boom. Okay, same story, through the eye of the hook from the back, pull it through, same length as the hook or a little bit more. All right, and we're going to go 8 times. Okay, back to the eye of the hook, and we're going to pull it, and we're done. And that's your hooks done. You just pull it a little bit. Just be careful, guys. Don't put your finger here, you're going to get hooked. Alright, so please just look after yourself when you're making a trace. It's a bit sore, nothing major. You'll just get a bit of a prick on it, your finger, and that's about it. Just rub it off, okay, if you do get poked. So we got our hook here now, our shaft line. Here's your bottom. This is the bottom of it, starting with the bottom of it, the swivel, and here we go. All right, we're going to tie it on here now. Okay, so I can't fit my finger here, it's not going to work. So the next thing is, if you cannot fit your finger through here, just give it some gap there, pull it. Can you see it's gone like a V, and just hold the line and twist. Okay, it's going to do the same purpose, same thing. All right, as long as you get that loop at the end and you put the tag in through the loop, you'll be fine. All right, so you're going to go around the 8 times. Okay, I think I've done it 8 times, I wasn't counting. Right, so you can see it's rolled up again. Here's your loop here at the back. All right, you can see it, but here's the loop. All right, same story, wet your knot before you pull it. Okay, and then you're gonna put it through your loop here. Okay, so let's see if we can get it through here. In the first shot, because of it being so difficult to see, battle. Here we go. Okay, so take it, it's through there. Okay, and we're done. Here's it. All right. And we clip the tag in there, and we're done with that one. Okay. Same story with the other one. We gotta tie it up. All right. And then that's about it. Sorry. It fell down. Okay, so here we go. This is the top swivel. Okay, we're gonna put it through there, pull it through, and we're gonna tie it. Same like we did with the other one. If you've got another knot, guys, that you use to tie it, by all means go ahead, see if it works out for you. This is the knot that I use. I'm just showing you how to do it. So yeah, all right, so we're gonna go again. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna wet it. We're gonna put it through the loop here. Okay. You see, this is why I was telling you, be careful with the hooks. All right. And you just pull it and it's done. That's it. So now clip the tag ends. All right, this here. Make your trace look presentable, neat. All right. This is why I like double edge. You can clip it and clip it. It's a bit difficult to clip. So on the hook, your bottom tag end as well, clip. Okay, guys, please clip that off, because if you do not, the fish are not gonna like it. They're gonna put it in its mouth and spit it out as quick as it can, because it's gonna start poking them. All right, and they can feel it. I've tried it before. I just left the tag end on there, and I never catch fish on that trace the whole day. I had bites on it, but just one pull and it's gone. That's it, it's done. So make sure you clip this piece off here. All right, the one that is at the back of the hook. All right, I know it's a bit of an irritation to clip because it's sitting flat against there. All right, so just try and clip it off as much as you can, and then that's it. All right, did I clip off this one? No, I didn't. This is the tag end I'm talking about on the hook. You see that piece that I showed you earlier on. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to clip it off. All right, there we go. Okay, as much as you can clip it off, do it. Okay, and that is your Rietvlei Trace. All right, basic Rietvlei Trace, guys. Works at any dam, and it's wonderful. Right, this is the sliding Rietvlei Trace. This is the standard sliding Rietvlei Trace. There is the non-sliding one where you use a gum stop. All right, instead of the beads, you're gonna have 2 gum stops there. All right, I'll make another video and show you what the gum stops are if you do not know what it is. All right, and then that's it. Now comes in the fitting of the weight. All right, this is your pair weight. Okay, so this is what the link is for now. Right, you're gonna pull your bead up, the one bead and the swivel. Okay, let me just show you here. All right, you're gonna hold the link and you're gonna pull these up here. Okay, you see that? Just take that on. Okay, this groove that's here, you're gonna slip it on the line and you're gonna pull it down, and it's on the blue link. Okay, so the reason why we use this is so your bomb sits on this here and you get more distance. Okay, with this specific trace that I've made now, this using the pair sinker. All right, so you get a bit more distance with it, and I find it much more better than the spring when using it. All right, and the best thing about this, when it gets windy, okay, you switch to a bigger pair sinker, all right, or bigger mushroom sinker, right? But usually it's the pair sinkers that we use. Get yourself a whole bunch of pair sinkers, and then just keep different sizes of them. So when there's a lot of wind at the dam, you notice your trace, you've casted it straight of you, but then when you're reeling out and you didn't get a bite or anything, your trace is to your left or to your right, depending on which way the wind is blowing. And you think to yourself, how did my trace, did a fish pull me there and I didn't see it, right? Obviously with the wind, you won't really tell much, because why? Your policeman is moving a little bit and it's a bit difficult to tell, right? So in that sense, bigger sinker, it keeps your bait in one place where it's supposed to be and not drifting around with the wind. All right, so yeah, we're going to do that, and that's your Rietvlei Trace. Okay, this is your one that you use if you are a bit more experienced, because I see some of the guys, they use the trace, but they complain they're using this specific one with the sinker like this, their bomb just flies out. Okay, so for the more experienced guys, they use this. So if you're not experienced, you use the spring. Okay, this is your spring. This holds your bomb. It's quite good. I still use this, but I prefer to use that now. You get more distance with it as well. All right, compared to this, and this doesn't get stuck. Sorry, this gets stuck compared to the other one. This, if there's a branch or stick in the water, it can get hooked onto the spring here. It makes it a bit difficult to take it out. Whereas this, it doesn't. Okay, so guys, that's how you make a Rietvlei Trace. I will be making more videos on how to make different other different traces, such as your baby shoe, your paternoster trace. We'll do those one of the days. But yeah, this is your basic Rietvlei Trace. It works throughout South Africa. It's worked awesome. So yeah, go out, make yourself some traces. If you still feel that you rather buy the trace and carry on, it's up to you guys. All right, but I like to make my traces. You can customize it how you want, and you can make it how long you want. It's up to you. All right, it doesn't necessarily need to be a specific length. Whatever works for you guys. Remember that something can work for me, it works for me, but it might not work for you. All right, but this is a universal trace that anglers through South Africa and even I think around the world as well, they use this trace. All right, it's been passed on to anglers across a lot of places. All right, so that's your trace. The next video I'm going to be doing soon, so keep an eye out. If you like the video, subscribe, and keep watching, guys. And if you want me to make more videos of this, give us a go. All right, thanks. Have a good day.